guys, so welcome to our YouTube channel. So let us introduce ourselves first. So I'm Nolita Rego
And I'm Benita Rego.
and we are twins based in Mumbai. So we'll be going to the US soon for our masters this fall, and we recently gave our visa interviews and we both got our visa approved this time, and we would like to share our experience here so that could help you all. So Benita would give a little insight about the interview and then I'll be giving mine.
Yeah, so my visa interview was on the 18th of June and my biometric was on the 17th of June. So first I'll talk about how my biometric went about. So biometric was simple, like you have to just go according to your scheduled appointment and they let you in. They see all your documents, like so basically you have to carry your passport, your DS 160 and your appointment confirmation page. So firstly, they check all your documents and then they tell you, then they take your photograph, like for the visa, for your US visa that will be stamped, and they will take your biometrics, like your fingerprints, and that's it. That was the biometric. So I had my interview the next day. So my interview was pretty short and crisp. So I guess I had the shortest interview ever. It was like around 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, so I went in around 9 o'clock, like I reached there at 9 and I went in around 9:15. They let me in after all the security checks, like all the document checking and all, and my appointment was at 10 o'clock, but they let me in early. So first we have the security check like any airport security check, so it was very strict. Basically you can't carry your cell phones or any like metal devices or something. So Nolita was outside, so she was carrying,
Providing moral support.
yeah. So she was handling all my stuff. So the only thing I carried was my documents, and I had worn full formals, so that is mostly recommended. You have to wear formals and go, like that's like the most good and better way to very better way to present yourself. So after my security check-in, they let us in and there's a whole waiting area. So on the day of my interview, there were like around I guess 60 to 70 people like waiting for the interviews to get done. So after that they took us into another room where the actual visa interview goes about. So there are like counters. So the visa officer sits on the other side and we sit on the opposite, stand on the opposite side. So it's like from the counter we have to give an interview. So it's like that. So after that they scanned our passports and then they told us to proceed for the interview. And then when my turn came, I had to go ahead, and the first thing I did was greet him good morning, because that was very, very important. You have to greet the visa officer well. And then he asked me my documents, so I passed it. And then he asked me questions like what does your father do and what is his annual income. So basically for a US visa interview, like specifically for an F1 visa, which is a student visa, they ask questions on like your program of study. So I'm going from master's, so they could have asked me my program of study, but they didn't. Then they asked my specialization, what am I specializing in, and then they asked about my intent to go to the US and my financials. So I guess like my interview was basically on my financials. So they asked me my parents' occupation and income, and that's it. I was done with my interview. He just said, congratulations, your visa is approved, have a nice day. I took my documents and I just ran off from there.
Yeah, so the most important thing here is that you need to carry all your documents for your visa interview, but primarily you can only carry, like you need to keep out only your passport, your I-20 and your SEVIS Fee Receipt. So these are the 3 documents you need to keep out, and rest of the documents you can keep in a harmonium folder you can carry, which is like very
That's more preferable.
Yeah. So my interview also was like very pretty chill. So I was asked like 4 questions. I was asked about how am I funding my education, my parents' occupation, income, and my GRE scores. So that's it. That was the main question that they asked. And the interviewers were in a hurry. So like they asked pretty chilled questions, but you need to be prepared for your interview whatsoever, like with all the questions, and mostly with your financial, because that's a very important thing. If you need to answer your financials very clearly so that the interviewer can understand and maybe can decide his decision on giving you a visa. So yes, that was a pretty chilled experience for us. So I was little anxious for my interview because like I had my interview after Benita and they could have asked me some tricky questions, but then they asked me very chilled questions which was very nice. So you need to be very confident when you have to answer the interview so that the interview can, the visa officer can give you the correct decision and can give you a visa approval. So yes, this was a visa experience. So if you have any questions or queries regarding the US visa interview, you can drop those questions in the comment box below and we'll try our best to answer those.
And
Yeah.
if you found this video very informative, please do like, comment, share and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you guys.